star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Turn his TV off. Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, and we'll be checking in with Allie LaForce from the sideline moments from now. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You take a look at the Suns. Right now they're in 7th in the conference, looking to build on their record.
Well, right now for Phoenix, they had the kind of hot and cold start that we've kind of come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of a breakout season.
And, you know, perhaps with a roster move or two later on, they can start to break out of that pattern.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Siakam and Jackson make up the inside pair. Neesmith is out there with Nembhard. And it's Walker in at the 3 slot. And for Phoenix, Jalen Green is out there with Booker. Then there's Dunn. Then it's Mark Williams. And it's Brooks in at the small forward. And Greg, we don't expect the pace to be fast tonight. These teams operate in the half court, don't they?
Exactly. There's so much transition offense in this league. It's interesting to watch teams execute in the half court. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Neesmith. They know he's going to give him a lift with his scoring. He's averaging 16 points a game. 4 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Siakam understands when he needs to get rid of the ball and share the wealth.
For the Pacers, they come in off a loss to the Jazz in Delta Center.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Now, here's Siakam. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Utah Jazz.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line, really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heel.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, on the heels of star Tyrese Halliburton's unfortunate Achilles tear, the Pacers losing starting center Miles Turner in free agency, this is a team that had boasted tremendous depth. And that depth will be tested what amounts to something of a gap year in Indy.
They'll be challenged for certain. And Shams, we appreciate the report. Neesmith with the ball. 17 points for him last game against the Utah Jazz.
You know, when you throw in the assist, he had a monster night.
Here's Nembhard. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Fancy ball handling by Nembhard right there. Little rush hour handles on display.
Suns have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. And the shot is good.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Phoenix. We got to talking about Pascal Siakam. I'll be honest, I love his game, Coach said, but we have to look for ways to stop him. I'm hopeful we can disrupt his rhythm and push him off his spots. So not letting Pascal get what he wants is the game plan here. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Good cleanup job by Williams that time, collecting the miss and then going right up for his own shot.
Pass to Neesmith. Here's Jackson. Now, Nembhard. His three-pointers off the mark. On the wing, Green. Neesmith covering. Outside, Green. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. O'Neal comes in for Dunn. And Allen subbed in for Dylan Brooks. Indiana also making some changes. Shepard's checked in for Walker. And it's Jackson in for Neesmith. Clock at 2. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Open midi right there. That's letting the defense off the hook when you don't cash in.
And yes, it's good.
And the all-around game of Siakam, so adept at working the ball to open guys.
Jackson against Booker. 12 seconds left in the first quarter. Williams, a screen on Jackson. For 3, Booker. That one, no good. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Pacers lead by 2. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
On the court right now for the Pacers, we've got Shepard. Morris is out there with Jackson, and it's Huff in at the center position. Richards passes to Allen. Here's Gillespie, covered by Morris. The Suns need to get a shot off, and that one's good. Iguodala.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And last season, Greg, Devin Booker became the Phoenix Suns' all-time leading scorer.
Yeah, he passed Hall of Famer Walter Davis to achieve that feat. Booker is a guy that wants to be a Sun for life. So I expect him to break even more franchise records.
Well, you know, this is what you like about him as a facilitator. He hits his man where he can do something with the rock.
Now, here is Morris. Nothing on the board. And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Pacers. Siakam is checked in for Jeremiah Robinson-Earl. Jarris Walker comes in for Shepherd. And it's Neesmith in for Monte Morris. Down against Siakam. Pass to Walker. Now Jackson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Jackson's got 5 points now in the quarter. GA, you hear about 3 level score. But is it just 3 levels?
Great point. Kevin, you've got guys with that deep range. And there's a difference between the mid-range game, those floaters, the little 12-footers, and those deep twos as well. So maybe 5-level score is complete. Think of like a 5-2 player in baseball.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The Pacers are all about winning. And Coach Rick Carlisle said, our young players are having to earn their way. They're not being given anything. It's the only way to do things, in my opinion. If you want to build championship habits, you got to do it on a merit-based, accountability type of basis. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. Indiana shooting their first free throw tonight. Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Mark Williams is checked in for Nick Richards. And it's Green in for Grayson Allen. Jackson, he's checked in for the Pacers. Andrew Nembhard comes in for Jackson. Throw good, Siakam. And despite all the accolades, GA, is it possible that Pascal Siakam is underrated?
Absolutely. Spicy P is one of the best two-way players in the league. Exceptionally versatile, and his impact goes beyond his impressive stat.
Green lethal off the catch. Good rhythm on that play.
Siakam left side. Indiana moving it around. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And they're also pretty solid in terms of offensive rebounding. Top 10 in the league in that category. A lot of hustle from that group.
You talked about their rebounding. In a lot of games, their dominance on the boards is what's swung the outcome in their favor. Suns trail by 5. Now, Booker, 26 points for him last game against Dallas. Brooks with it. He's picked up by Walker. Brooks outside. 5 to shoot. Dunn finds Booker. Shoots over Nembhard. Booker, no good. The Phoenix Suns come into this one after the win against Dallas.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
A big man who can score, rebound, and pass. This is why Siakam has become a huge piece of this team.
Throw good, Siakam. Hard to find a more versatile forward, Clark, in this league than Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, and it's been so much fun to see how far his game has come in his decade plus. I mean, he was part of that Toronto Raptors championship team, an up-and-coming young force then, and now he's really refined his game. He's a go-to player. His hustle and defensive gifts are really what stood out early, and he continues to do that well. He's just a terrific top-line player in the NBA.
Now here's Green. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. From deep three-point territory, Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. No good on the shot. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Pacers out in front. They lead by 7. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Well, I'm here with Coach Rick Carlisle. A hot start. Coach, what did you like about this team's execution offensively?
We were making some shots. We moved the ball well at times. You've got to be careful about having the ball stick when they're doing their switching.
Good luck with the ball movement in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thank you. And, folks, we'll be back with you right after this halftime break.
Hello and welcome, basketball fans. The first half coming to an end with a deficit for the Phoenix Suns.
Where's the intensity at the defensive end? They need to get a hand up and contest more shots.
Coach needs to encourage them to be better moving forward, just like I do with you guys.
I'd better put my feet up. It's getting deep in here. All right, now, still early on, but let's check out the Western Conference standings.
You know, for the Suns, they're right where I expected them to be. The effort is there, but their play is inconsistent. Feels like they're still constructing this roster. We'll see what they look like by the end of the year.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Pascal Siakam in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
They've got Dunn. Jalen Green is out there with Devin Booker. Then it's Brooks, and it's Williams at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Suns trail by 9. You know, GA, it seems like a lot of players welcome the opportunity to play in Phoenix. Talk about what makes this market to a player so appealing.
I mean, the weather has a lot to do with it, right? Basketball is a winter sport, so for those snowbirds out there, Arizona is a great choice.
No good from Booker. Indiana leading by 9. Siakam passes to Nembhard. Walker with the screen for Nembhard. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Walker. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Booker in the corner. Fantastic finish by Booker.
It's almost effortless for Booker this close in. He just drops the ball in the bucket.
Here's Nembhard. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Now, here's Nesmith. Tight defense on him. Siakam passes to Jackson. Brooks outside. To the middle. Here's Williams, and Williams with the stuff.
Mark Williams beasting big time above the rim.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Nembhard finds Walker. Back to Nembhard. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Here is Brooks. The Pacers making the shot. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Nembhard against Booker. Jackson a screen on Dunn. Shot clock at 5. Siakam passes to Jackson. Booker against Nembhard. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Nemhard's got the lead up to 9 now for the Pacers. Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And timeout called by Jordan Ott. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. For Indiana. Huff's jacked in. Jeremiah Robinson-Earl comes in for Pascal Siakam. Shepard's checked in for Jarris Walker. And it's Jackson in for Aaron Nesmith. .56 seconds left to play here in the third. Allen surveying the D. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Allen's got his first bucket in this one.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
.46 seconds left in the third quarter. Jackson passes to Shepard. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Outside, Green. There's a good screen. Drives to the hoop. And Green slams it in.
A gifted athlete with an explosive first step. Green is at his best when he attacks off the dribble.
Shepard with the ball. Pass to Huff. Shoots the 3. Hits it from three-point range. And the Pacers lead by 8.
That's clearly a recent trend. Big guys who can shoot it from distance.
And so it's Indiana holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we'll be back with you shortly. And we can now. Let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. They've got Morris. Siakam is out there with Shepard. And there's Jackson. And it's Huff in at the center, filling out the middle.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Now here's Booker. Pass to Richards. And here is Allen. There's the pick. Fires the 3. No good on that one.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Now O'Neal. Now Booker. Allen, a screen on Morris. The 3 is off. Pacers leading by 9. Outside Jackson. Siakam outside. Fires the three. Buries the deep ball.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And timeout called by Jordan Ott. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Over that last break, I listened to the Suns coach address his team. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up, going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Now, here's Siakam. Devin Booker missing his last shot. Basket is good.
You know, even when you get physical with Siakam, he can still overpower you because he's versatile and he doesn't mind the contact. He's a difficult cover.
Now here's Brooks. Green. That one's off. Still out of sync. Williams against Nembhard. 1:36 left to play here in the fourth. And that one is good.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Pacers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a two-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Pascal Siakam.
Tremendous contribution from him scoring the basketball. Everywhere you look, his fingerprints were all over this game.
Nembhard against Booker. 35 seconds left in the game. Siakam against Dunn. Clock at 6. Can't get it to go. And here are the Suns now. Down by 12. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Nembhard. Jackson outside. Here's Siakam. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now, let's send it over to Allie LaForce, standing by with our player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Hey there, I'm here with Pascal Siakam. The shots were falling for you tonight. How'd you like the flow offensively?
I like it. You know, we play for each other like we always do. Move the ball around, get the open shots. And today, they went in, so we got to continue to play.
It's helpful when it goes in. Thanks so much, Pascal.
Terrific, Allie. Thanks. And that about wraps it up. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Pascal